everybody, welcome to the kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a country-style vegetarian sausage gravy that's going to go great with the biscuits that we made in our last show. Check it out, you're going to like this. Alright, I'm going to start my pan off here with about a tablespoon of butter. Now, country gravy is traditionally made with the grease off a sausage or bacon and simple roux with flour and milk. Now, one thing that I'm going to be using the Gardein breakfast patties here. And one thing that they have going for them usually is that they have 75% less fat than pork or sausage. That's great, but right now we want fat. And I'm not advertising this as a healthy dish. I'm advertising it as a tasty dish. So we're going to start with some butter. And we might work from there. We're going to take some of these sausages. I'm going to take 4 of these deals. And just put them in there and start them frying up. And into the pan they go. Hit them up with a little bit of pepper to get them started, and we're going to get them well browned on every side and start to crumble them up a little bit. You can use the crumbles too if you have them. They work great. So I'll catch up to you once that's done. Alright, our sausages are starting to cook here in our saucepan. And they're starting to brown, so I'm just going to chunk them up a little bit. Now you can do this, everything I'm doing right now, you could do with regular sausage patties or with bacon, whatever protein that you decide to use here. The key is you do need to make sure that you're left with at least a good tablespoon or so of grease at the end, because we need to make a roux. So I'm just going to chop these up. We're getting a little bit of flavor building here on the bottom, so that's a good thing. Alright, we're just going to let that continue to brown. Alright, we got our sausage here nice and brown. So we're going to add into it is I got a couple tablespoons of flour. Going to work that in there. And what we're doing here is we're just making a roux. Now the sausage was pretty low fat, so I'm going to add back in a little bit of butter that I have left over from something else. From making my biscuits. We're just going to stir that and let that flour cook for about 2 or 3 minutes to get that rawness out. Alright, that's been cooking for a bit. The flour is cooked in there. Now we're going to whisk in our milk. We're going to do this in a couple of additions. I'm going to start with about a cup. And you want to stir it. Make sure your milk is nice and cold. If your milk is nice and cold, you won't have any lumps. as that comes up to the boil, we're going to want to re-season it. And add a little bit of cayenne pepper, a couple dashes, maybe another dash. Okay, one more. And some black pepper. And I'm of the belief that on your country gravy, add what you think is a sufficient amount of black pepper. And then add a little more. It's really your pepper is your big flavor in this. We're gonna add a little bit of salt. And we'll check that seasoning later. And as it comes to the boil, it'll start to thicken up a little bit. It really takes a while. It takes till it gets hot for that to activate the flour. You see it's getting a nice color from the browning that we did of the sausage crumbles. We got all those little bits off the bottom of the bowl. Okay, now we're going to add the rest of our milk, about another cup and a half. And once we got through that first thickening, we're pretty safe for lumps. And bring that back up to a boil. Alright, so you can see that's come back up to the boil nicely. And we're just going to let that go right to the consistency that we want. See, right now it's a little bit thin, so I'm just going to let it cook down a little bit. Gonna throw in just a touch of flour to kind of help that along. And I think that's gonna be the ticket. This is a staple of Southern cuisine, and I think a lot of us Yankees don't know what we're missing here. Because once you put it on a plate, you look at it and say, this cannot possibly taste good. And then when you go to, and after you eat it, you say, where has this been all of my life? I knew I was down south when I was traveling, and I saw a Jimmy Dean biscuit gravy machine at a gas station. Just like it was nacho cheese. I thought that was kind of interesting. That's the word I'm going to go with. That's weird that the biscuit gravy video is going to be longer than the actual biscuit video, which shows you how easy this is, because the biscuits are still in the oven. So this all gets done in about the same amount of time. So there we have our consistency. And I'm just going to taste it for flavor. Woo, that tastes good. And for just a little bit more black pepper in there, because that's me. I got that heat all the way down to low now. Now I'm going to check on my biscuits. They are almost done, so I'm going to get ready to plate this all up, and I'll catch you in just a second. Alright, we are out of the oven here with our biscuits, and don't they look great? Beautiful. Now these are made with regular milk, all-purpose flour, no special ingredients, and just your bare hands. I'm going to grab them. They got a nice little texture on the bottom. I'll take these two pretty ones that look all TV pretty. And that's how easy it is to make a nice quick biscuit. Now let's serve these up really awesome. We're going to split these up. And you see all the little layers. We got beautiful flaky layers here. Beautiful layers in this biscuit. So we're going to take our biscuits, and then we're going to ladle over some of our country vegetarian sausage gravy. And I'm going to garnish it with a little bit of parsley, just so it could plausibly be called a salad. And there you go. Biscuits and sausage gravy, vegetarian style. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe for more great videos.